Hey guys, welcome back to the Metal Lounge. I'm Forrest, this is Matt. We're back to talk some nonsense. No festivals this week to all those festival fans.
First week we've done without festivals. If you tune in just for the festival chat, you're going to be sorely disappointed.
You better turn off right now.
Yeah, go back and watch the first episode.
We ain't going to talk about any festivals here.
I'm never mentioning a festival again for the rest of my time here. No. So I was on my way over here round to your lovely studio to record this podcast. I was listening to
it's actually a lounge.
The new Metal Lounge. We were listening to I was listening to the new Boundaries album. As I knew, it's been out for a little while now.
Oh, sick.
Man, that shit fucking slaps.
Oh, mate, it's phenomenal. Like, I've been into Boundaries for a short while, but this is by far their best work.
100%.
Unbelievably good album.
I wasn't really across them before the latest album, but man, there was the vocal part in Easily Erased, like the clean, like, will you work? Yeah, that exact thing. The first time I heard that, I literally like paused it, rewinded it, and listened to it like five more times.
With that
I was like,
part.
That is the bit of the song.
Yeah,
but man, it's so fucking sick. And it got me thinking about like the albums that have come out this year. We've had such a good year for heavy music, man. We've had Boundaries, Knock Loose, obviously is like one of the biggest bands in heavy music right now. The new Dealer album,
I've been jamming that.
Like, so for like heavier music, I mean, there's even been like bands that I didn't think were quite as good as the ones we just listed, but even people like Alpha Wolf had a new album come out.
Did that come out this year?
I think so.
It feels like an older release now,
I know,
but I think
right?
it did
I'm
come
sure
out this year.
It's 2024. Yeah.
For some reason I wasn't jamming with that too much. Like, I didn't like it as much as their last one. It's still good, but it's like I've already got a good fix of Alpha Wolf with their other material.
I agree with you on that. They haven't really like advanced the game enough to make it that interesting.
They need to go a bit more pop or like country or something.
Get some singing in it. They have like one song that has singing in it, I think, which is like getting closer. But I think what's interesting is like, we say that about getting like more mainstream or more pop to like get more successful, but I feel like the Knock Loose album did sort of the opposite. They went more like grungy, like industrial heavy.
Sounds like worse production in a way.
Yeah, well, it's like intentionally like worse, isn't it? Where it's like you make it clip more or make the guitar sound like crazy. It really adds to the sort of like Dirk. It really adds it really adds to Dirk's production stuff. It adds to the dark, dirty sort of vibe that they're going for.
I agree, yeah. I didn't vibe with that as much. Like, I feel like I need to come back to that and listen to it again. But the highlight for me was definitely that fucking reggaeton beat.
Yeah.
Genius. Whoever thought of that, like,
Dirk,
unreal.
Man.
Dirk, yeah.
Shout out Dirk.
Yeah, that got me fucking rocking, man. Yeah, I was like really vibing to that
sick.
part.
I love some of the lyrics on it as well. They're like,
and Poppy's been about this year as well. She's got hands in many pies.
She has.
Is that an expression?
I think so.
Fingers. That's it. Yeah.
She's had her 7 hands formed in multiple pies. And her guest vocals were like sick. I think a lot of people sort of expected her to do just like the either sing or have like the whispery stuff. Yeah. And when she busted out that screaming, like
gut-wrenching scream.
I've heard her scream on some of her own stuff, I think, in the past, or maybe
she does do it on her own stuff,
but like that was a whole other level. Like that, a lot of people were like really like kind of giving Knock Loose grief for it. They were like, "Oh, getting poppy, or you're turning into a pop band now, or something."
That's probably exactly what they wanted.
Out.
Like,
and it's like she sounds fucking just as heavy. She sounds heavier than most like a lot of metal.
I love her screaming voice. It's bloody awesome.
Absolutely dope, man. So yeah, it's been such a sick sort of year for albums so far, and it's only gonna get fucking better.
Yeah, we're only halfway through the year. At this point, we're in July. Like,
yeah, and there's so much like coming out, even like within the next week for me that I'm looking forward to. One of the ones for me, In Heart's Wake, you know In Heart's Wake.
Yeah, I was into them for a bit, like in the gent wave.
Yeah,
they're like a copycat North Flame band. I always see them as that.
They were like,
even though they're not anymore,
directly inspired by them. And like their first album, Divination, is like one of my favorite. I used to love that back in the day when it came out, and that's like I think most people's favorite album of theirs is like their big one. You know that bands have like their big album.
What is that one? Is that the one with the green face on?
No, it's one before that.
Earthwalker, isn't it?
It's the one with like the sort of like deer on the front.
Is it like
and
red and blue? Like
no. It's like a green thing on the front with the deer.
Oh, I know
it's
the
like
one.
all the features.
It's got like every feature.
It's got like the
every
Colour Out. It's got Adrian from Northlake.
Yeah.
It's got Winston from Partway Drive.
Still going?
Well, I'll come around to this. Oh. So the new album, the clean singer of In Heart's Wake, I think his name's Eric. maybe. I think I met them like 10 years ago. They're really nice guys.
Who has two singers these days? Just do both.
Well, they don't anymore.
Good.
But he left for some personal reasons or something. So they've decided to like run with that and go like a lot heavier. So they sound less like a metalcore band with singing and stuff. And now they're more leaning into that heavier, not quite like, you know, like Knock Loose Dealer level, but like getting closer to it.
Okay.
And they've
Hopping
had
on that bandwagon. Now
so,
the gent mobile's broken down.
And what they've done is they've taken inspiration from the first album, and this is like a successor to it. So doing the same thing with like the tarot card stuff, and they've got a bunch of the same features as the first album.
Oh, really?
So Winston's on a song that just came out like literally the other day that I really fuck with, and then Garrett, I think his name from the
I do love his voice.
He's on the album again, and he was on the one from back in the day.
That's
so like they've
cool.
got like the features.
They don't have enough pull to get Winston on, hey?
No, he's on it, man.
Oh, he's on it.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, sick.
That song came out like last week.
He's got his fingers in many pies as well.
He loves his pies.
He was on the new North Lane. He's on Architects recently.
He's on everything, man.
He's showing.
But he's
the
like an
some love.
iconic like vocalist of like that.
He doesn't get
world.
enough credit actually.
No,
like, he's
I
a proper OG.
I think people with
There's
Parkway.
not many of them these days.
No, I think people with Parkway have real mixed opinions. I know me personally, I'm not as into their newer stuff. I don't know if that's a controversial thing to say.
Well, they went like radio rock, didn't they? Like,
but like still with heavy vocals. So it's like a weird like mix.
It was weird because the song that like bridged the gap, like their radio rock banger. I've forgotten what it's called now. The dun 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 dun. Oh no, that's Dark Days.
The heaviest song. Oh yeah. The one when they jump out of a helicopter for it. What the hell is it called? I'm blanking.
Anyway, that one,
yeah.
Like that came out, and I wanted to hate it because it was so different from their old stuff. But I actually like fully like embraced it. Yeah, it's a bit like when Oscar and Zandria made like Moving On. It was like them moving on in a way.
Yeah, that is true, and I think it's done Parkway well. I think it's just for me.
Well, the thing is, they didn't keep that level of like of quality of their like radio rock songs. It's like
in my opinion, I agree.
I can't remember, but it was iconic. Yeah.
But they're still huge, especially in Australia. But like they come over here and they do
keep
big
the
shows
flame alive.
It's really annoying me that I can't remember what it's called now. Nah,
it's not.
Should we make up a name for it? Keep the flame alive.
Keep the flame alive.
That song, Keep the Flame Alive.
That song, favourite Parkway song.
Yeah, by Parkway Drive.
The Yeah
song.
Parkway Drive by
Yeah. They should rename their band to be the Yes.
There is a band called Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
Do they sound like Parkway Drive?
Yeah.
Sick, man. Cool. Well, we're keeping the chat and shit vibe of our podcast alive and well, truly.
Not enough, man. I think we've been a bit too on topic.
Yeah,
I want to stray from the path
really
a little bit.
Straight from the path. You keep bringing up bands, man. We're trying to stray from the path over here.
I want to talk about Colour Morale actually, because I had a good point about them.
I actually really know nothing about them apart from the two features on In-House Week. So
you're gonna love this.
Enlighten me.
Well, yeah. So I was a really big fan of them when they brought out that album with like the boat on, called like with Burn Victims. Anyway, I saw them live in London and I was really hyped to see them, and it was one of the most disappointing live bands I've ever seen. Yeah, like
why?
He just couldn't fucking do the yelly vocals that I wanted. Like it was proper studio like vocals, like proper like yelling, like you know, like See You Space Cowboy, like old screamo. It was like mixture of like yelling and screaming, and like I was all there for that. And then I saw them live, and he was just like giving the mic out to the crowd, like. And then just
classic like I can't sing the high bits, so I do the low bits,
and like the crowd were loving it, and they were all like no barrier, they were like getting all up in his grill, and he was like cuddling them and stuff. But I don't know, it just didn't. Ever since then, I've been like, nah.
Didn't have the magic for it.
There's enough metalcore bands in the armory.
Yeah. Don't really need any more of them. Yeah, no, I feel you on that.
It's a shame when that happens.
There's a lot of bands I can think of where I'm just like, oh, they were so sick, but now it's just kind of like, I felt like that.
Like Oscar and Zandria.
I was literally about to say when we saw them at Slam Dunk. Like for the record, like I don't really care about any of their stuff past like.
It's sad, man. It's like watching your pet like grow older, and it's just not quite the same.
They need to be put down. But the thing is,
I will go that far.
They've done the same thing. They've got like octane core, where it's like they're like the American radio rock appeal, and they're bigger than ever. But in that market, yeah. So Wage War recently did that. I haven't actually listened to the latest album, but I've heard it
a little bit. It's still very heavy. It's kind of like just hooky heavy music. Like it's it's kind of just every song has like a hook and it's very like catchy, but it's still scream vocal.
I listened to the first
heavy.
track and it was like,
I wasn't really vibing with it as much, but Wage War have always been a bit of like, for some reason I haven't had as much respect for them as other bands.
They've had some really
like,
good albums. Their
I
first
really
album,
their first album
sick.
was it Blueprints, or it's got a song called Blueprints, something like that.
The second album was decent as well, had some good hits on it.
Oh, that's interesting.
I like Stitch.
Well, we saw them live, didn't we? At the Roundhouse.
Oh, we did, man. That's a throwback.
Was that North Lane?
Oh, could have been. I think they were like the opening band. That puts in perspective how long ago it was.
Fucking OG fans.
OG. Well, what we were, man. Like I loved the first album. I was fucking hyped for that when we saw that live.
Maybe the second album would come out by then. I can't remember.
All right. Don't have to correct me. But yeah, so on the topic of us, like, you know, chatting shit more and more, which we love, we actually released, so we're shooting this the day after we released the first episode of the podcast.
So probably if you're watching this, it'll be 3 weeks. We're 3 weeks ago right now.
2 weeks.
No, because we're releasing. Oh yeah, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the maths guy.
Get your fucking maths together, Forrest.
I'm 3 weeks. I've got input delay, man. I've got permanent lag. I'm 3 weeks away.
All right.
Matt's 2 weeks away.
I'm releasing this 2 weeks. I don't know what Forrest is doing. he'll upload it again in 3 weeks afterwards, and then that comment will stand.
I'm in like Jupiter time zone.
Yeah, that's fair, man. But yeah, the first episode came out, and we were fucking stoked on the reception to it. Like for a couple of like relatively unskilled idiots sitting around chatting shit with our opinions on shit. It was nice to see people kind of get along with it. People were like, people have been saying they've enjoyed it. People have been
100%, man.
Getting on discussions. Like, how do you feel like post first episode? You feeling good?
Yeah, I was quite nervous.
Or are you like, should we pack it all in now? Is this even going to go live?
No, I was like a little bit like anxious about releasing and stuff, but like I really believed in the idea, and it's nice to see it like come to life. Like, we're still very, very early days, but like the reception we've had so far has been really, really, really great.
Yeah, man. I mean, if we're not doing a mattress sponsorship by next episode, then I am going to pack it in, just so you're aware. If this doesn't get 1 million likes on YouTube,
is that the goal?
That's
the
my goal. Yeah, get this 1 million likes so I can get a mattress sponsorship.
Is your mattress just
my
not
mattress
doing
is
it
kind of shit? I bought a new mattress. It was like fucking I didn't realize how expensive mattresses were.
They're fucking expensive.
It's
man. You spend half
insane.
your life there. It's a good investment.
I spent half my life's money on a mattress. I was
pardon me.
Nice. Did we keep in the last episode your discussion about you?
100%.
Okay, we don't have to recover that.
Yeah.
If you wonder why Forrest is burping, check out episode 2.
Yeah.
The entire 40 minutes is about burping.
It's about my gut issues.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was obviously, as you know, but I'm sure a lot of people won't know, I was living abroad for like the last like couple of years, and only got back to the UK and specifically back to Brighton where we live last month. So I had to go and buy furniture again. Who made furniture so fucking expensive? Like,
I know, it's fucking extortionate, man. Like it's ridiculous. Like this couch, actually, shout out the couch. Like we're sitting on a new couch.
We're on a different couch. We didn't shout out.
Sorry if you're big fans of the brown couch, but the green couch is staying.
Green couch supremacy.
No, I got this for a bargain, actually. Like the guys that dropped it off, I got it on Facebook Marketplace for like $350, somewhere like 700. So if you're looking for a couch,
expensive. I already got one, man, but that was also really expensive.
Yeah. But no, we know the pain because we only moved here like a year ago and had to buy everything from scratch. It's unfurnished. It's fucking expensive.
It's too expensive, man. I feel like I spent an unholy amount of money just to be able to like sleep. So I need a mattress sponsorship to get me a new mattress because I didn't get a very good one. And I need money to afford life because I haven't got.
I hate life.
That was an old song that we had from years ago.
I hate life, so fuck life. I hate life. I hate life. Yeah. It doesn't hit the same when it's not on a phone box.
So bus stop, man.
Bus stop.
Phone box is a good alternative.
I think I've done it on a phone box.
I'm sure you have. So when we were like, God, fucking like what, 6-7 years ago, maybe even 8 years ago.
We were 6-7 years old.
When we were
banging on bus stops,
getting drunk in public. When we used to go out, we used to just like sing songs. We used to just make like improv, like us just being nuisances, really. Yeah. And one of them was Forrest just bursting. I think I remember where it was as well. It was right outside the house we used to live in, and we were literally waiting to get the bus, and you just started banging on the
I'd
bus
loaded up on
pre-drinks,
time. So I didn't want to pay a load of money when I got to District, I think it was.
Smart.
At the time.
Yeah.
So I'd get like outrageously drunk, and then I'd burst out into song.
Yeah. And it was always a great time. So that was one of the songs we had.
It's like the origins of our friendship, really. Like meeting at uni and District being our stomping ground, pre-drinks, you always wanting to get to District for the cheap entry, me being like, pre-drinks the best part, man.
Yeah.
Let us know, pre-drinks or early entry.
In my older age, I've come around to well, I don't even drink, but I come around to the idea of pre-drinks. I think back then, like the difference between £3 and £5 was a huge fucking difference.
Yeah, but the thing is, you'd be saving more money, like not buying drinks when you're out.
Very true. But they always used to play the better songs early, because like the first hour when barely anyone was there,
you would hear the new In Heart's Wake banger.
Yeah. Well, we used to have especially when our friend Chris, shout out Chris, who was DJ in District. He used to always put all the best songs on like in the first hour, because like, there's less people there, so you can sort of get away with it. When it gets to like 1 a.m, you've got to start putting on your Sum 41s and your Green Days to appease the masses. Yeah. He was putting on some like cool like underground like Japanese like metal bands. It had like old school Architect songs.
Let it go, man.
I miss those days.
We need to leave right now.
Yeah, but there's no alternative clubs in Brighton anymore, because they're all end up being nonces or fucking sex offenders or District, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't think we can get sued for that.
I'm too old to go out now. I'm in my 30s. You need to make the most out of your 20s, man.
Yeah, 27, clinging on to
clubbing.
it. Yeah, I don't think. When was the last time I even went clubbing? I can't even remember. I think I went clubbing.
Bangkok.
I don't think I even went. I went to some fucking weird places in Bangkok, but I didn't go clubbing. I think I've like fully tried to avoid that for the last few years of my life. Maybe in Japan was the last time I went. I went to like one of the clubs there, but it was like just not my vibe. Even when I was drinking, I was like, unless it's alternative. Oh no, it was Bangkok. Sorry, no, you're fucking right.
Oh, it was.
I've got a good story to go with it as well.
Read your man.
It was a New Year's Eve emo night in Bangkok near like the old city, like Khao San Road type area. And it was like it was proper like DIY, like no budget, like there's not much of an alternative scene. There's a bit of a hardcore scene there, but not like much of like an emo scene. And these like guys would put this night on, and it was like fair play to them for trying, and it was good fun and stuff. But they were having constant tech issues. We had
really?
Bring Me the Horizon. Is it Throne that starts with where it just cuts into it? It's like the little like da, 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 da. I think it's that one. And they restarted Throne like 7 times by accident. It'd get like through to the first verse and they start again, and not on purpose. Like the system just kept cutting out and kept starting the song again. So we heard Throne like 8 times.
That's when you know they're not used to that shit, man.
And then they said
they got it on especially for you, trying to impress you.
They said party till late on the poster, and then they were like, "I will be going to like 5 a.m." when he was like talking early in the night, and by like 2 they shut it all down and sent everyone home, because it just like all fell apart.
No wonder you blocked that out of your mind. That sounds like a disaster.
Yeah. It was, and then it took me like fucking like an hour and a half to like even get a taxi to get home, because there was no taxi. I lived on the other side of the city, like in the more like modern bit.
Did you run home?
I fucking couldn't, man. You don't understand how big Bangkok is. It would have been like a fucking like 9-hour walk or something.
Oh my god!
So I had to get the drive home. It's like a 25-minute drive still. I had to just sit on the side of the fucking road waiting for a taxi. But I'm not kidding, an hour and a half. I was walking around trying to like fucking convince someone to like drive all the way out to the other side of Bangkok.
Oh, what a nightmare,
and I was sober. Didn't get home till like 5 in the morning.
Well, now you're in a tiny compact country, so you don't have to worry
that has nothing going on. So
although you are kind of disabled,
and I can't afford to go and do anything either as well. Yeah,
I can only get better, man. Chin up.
Yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, so
cheer out, love, might happen.
So thanks everyone for checking out the first episode, and hopefully the second episode by the time this came out as well.
Yeah, appreciate the love.
Yeah, it was good fun, man. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's basically doing what we normally do, but just with a few cameras.
Just chatting shit. Yeah, exactly, man. You've been listening to anything else interesting recently? I know you were mentioning sort of like the fucking, what was the term for the genre you came up with?
So I've been big into alternative, like Bill Murray. Like,
explain to me what the fuck alternative is.
So you know when you're cranking your hog and you're mowing the garden, your lawnmower. It's that. I'm actually not that big on the lingo yet. I'm a new fan, but the new Bill Murray album is fucking unbelievable. Yeah. Like it's. I meant to play you some earlier. Actually,
I haven't listened to the whole album yet. I've listened to the singles from it, and I adore it.
It's just like I feel like metal, like it goes through phases, and it's been a bit dry recently. Like everyone's kind of copying each other. So when something new and fresh comes in, like country core, alternative, like it just like really pricked my ears up, and it's just so nice. Like the guy was in Attack, obviously. I forgot his name now.
Johnny Frank, is it?
Johnny Frank, that's it. Yeah. So he was producing for like 9 years in his mum's basement, and then he made Bill Murray. And he was one of the first guys to just release random shit like basically demos, and like he would kind of in-house master them and stuff and just keep releasing shit until something stuck. And then Bill Murray's just like become this like amalgamation of like memes and like America and the alternative, and I'm all here for it, man. I think it's really
sick.
fresh, and you know, other bands are inspiring from it as well. Like for Falling in Reverse's latest single is a bit of country core. Like, I never thought I'd be like into country at all, but like my like primary like love for music comes from anything that's like fresh and innovative. So as soon as like there's like a hybrid that I haven't heard before in metal, like I'm all here for it, man. You need to get on the wagon.
The wagon. It's also like very
get
hooky.
on the mower.
It's like very hooky, which I think lends itself to what we like as well. Like I love the heavy shit, but I love having a really good chorus.
Something clicked in my head, like I think when we started hanging out, was where I used to hate choruses. I used to hate like anything that was like not breakdowns, basically. But I started to appreciate, I like to call the world-class chorus. And it's just like a progress from that, really, I suppose. So appreciating good hooks, good choruses, and country, you know, really lends itself to that.
That's so true. And it's like, I mean, I don't like country music. I've never really listened to it. I don't give a fuck
buddy.
about like
fuck you, guy.
About
you
country
ain't
music.
a friend of mine now, buddy.
You sound like Danny
Get
Warstop
out of
now.
my house.
That's exactly how Danny Warstop sounds after spending literally 6 weeks in Texas.
This is God's land, buddy. God's country.
But yeah, so I've never been into it, but the way it like sort of lends itself to alternative music works really well. There's that Beartooth single with that country singer on that I hate.
Get off the damn fence, boy. What song, sorry?
You finished.
Nope.
The one with is it Hardy, or am I making that up?
Hardy?
Yeah, maybe. Country artist. I could be chatting shit. Could be someone completely different. I feel like I've heard that name before. But
we'll say it is.
There's a country singer on a Beartooth song, and he has like a proper like country twang.
See, even they're doing the country call.
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone's doing it.
I liked it when I first heard it. When he does like the "Be the Better Man," I was like, oh, what the fuck is this?
It is still in. You're like, actually,
and then like 10 listens later, I was like, I can't fucking wait for the country. I'm like, let's fucking go.
Oh, I love that, man.
Yeah.
You'll be a convert in no time.
We'll get there.
I'm sure.
Get there. I wonder if more bands are going to do it.
100%. And also, Bill Murray have a tour coming at the end of the year where they're supporting Sleep Token.
That's crazy.
So that is going to like set them off to supernova. Like they've already got nearly 1 million monthly listeners, so they're like popping off, and that's only going to like, you know, Sleep Token are one of the hottest bands right now.
And they're a band that like
Sleep Token might even go country core. You never know.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No,
but I think that's a really good point. Is that I think Sleep Token's fan base definitely can like blow someone up. But interestingly enough, I think luckily for Bill Murray, he, I don't know if you call it he or them. He has touring musicians, but I guess it's just him as like the band.
No, it's a band.
Is it a band?
Yeah.
So for them, they've got a sound much more similar to Sleep Token and more kind of like in terms of like being melodic. Whereas I don't know if you heard about this, but when they had their US tour recently, they had Empire State Bastard. I don't know if you've come across them yet.
Sleep Token did.
Yeah, they had Empire State. So that's like the singer from.
Been told to check him out. I need to.
It's the singer from Biffy Clyro's like side project, and it's like. It's not like
fucking nepotism.
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of cool. He was in a big band, and he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go be in a hardcore, like not hardcore. Well, they kind of are hardcore.
I wouldn't hate before I've heard it.
Like thrashy, yelly. It's like there's no singing.
Cool.
Well, there's not much singing. I haven't heard a lot of them.
17-year-old me would have fucking loved that.
Fucking like Sleep Token fans were hating them, like calling them like shit, like saying don't know what they're doing, like what Sleep Token thinking, putting them on this, like because I think a lot of Sleep Token fans don't like alternative music. A lot of their new fan base like the pop side and the alternative. It's like their first foray into heavier stuff.
Do you know
so they're
what?
not used to the yelling as much.
I think it's like Sleep Token are sort of trying to boss the scene a little bit before they can like walk a little bit. Like they're only just starting to reach that climax, and they're still building, and they're kind of doing what Bring Me were doing and just getting whatever bands they want on it. But actually, I don't think the fan base is that aligned yet. And the difference with Bring Me is they go into so many different genres that they know their fans have like open minds, and maybe Sleep Token fans aren't quite there. They've got obsessive fans, haven't they? They're like their taglines like worship and like you know, it's like a religion for them. So I think I can see that they might not be as open to other stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how Bill Murray goes. You're right, it could go either way.
I think it'll be good for them just because of how melodic it is. It's
just
quite,
fucking good music.
It's quite accessible.
It's just so well written, so well produced.
Exactly.
Like you can't really hate, and it's kind of like jokey. It's like a jokey band. It's like
you could whack that on in like a shop or something, and people wouldn't be like too put off by it. Whereas Empire State Bastard, they'd be like, what the fuck is going on
apart from
here?
the random like pig squeal grunt.
There's the occasional bit where he's just like... I know the exact song you're talking about as well. I love
he
that.
does it in quite a few, actually.
Yeah,
that's like his thing.
But yeah, man, it's so fucking dope. Like, I love the...
We'll give it a listen afterwards.
Yeah, man.
There's a bit with some violins coming.
Well, I've heard most of it. I think like half of the songs were singles, weren't they? I've heard all the singles and like the EP.
There's some really good like other ones on there. Yeah,
nice. I'm looking forward to.
But most of them are singles.
Get some country core into my ears ASAP.
Yeah, and inject your veins with some alternative.
But also like the lyrics are jokey, but there's also like they're really
serious
as well. Yeah,
they're
a lot of it's about
dark.
like not being loved anymore.
I
he had
love
the song
that.
about like his drinking issues as well. Where the hell it's called? All gas, no breaks. That one.
Yeah, I love
All
that
gas,
song.
Yeah.
I love the
drinking,
intro.
Man,
he's like talking about like having an argument. He's like, "Why are you talking so loud? Nobody needs to talk that loud.
Please stop talking loud."
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. And then it sounds like a Disney soundtrack. Like I just love the attention to detail.
And then you get
like
a super low tuning guitar, like get one of those like techie riffs right afterwards.
It's just fresh. Like that's definitely going to be a standout 2024. I'm telling you,
big time. You got any more albums coming out 2024 you're excited for?
So it will be mostly singles at the point it comes out, but I know you're not really into them, but I am quite a big Falling in Reverse fan. Like they're quite contentious, but like you can't deny the success of them actually. Like their album, they're naming it after their biggest single, Popular Monster, and that's coming out in a few months, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, so a lot of it's already out now, but I think that's going to be a massive album of the year because I think statistically, I think they're the second biggest like modern metal band.
There's no debate; it's going to be huge. I think obviously it's like worth pointing out. Like Ronnie Radke has like said some pretty bad shit.
And I don't agree with everything he said. By the way, just putting that out there. But
I strongly disagree with most of what he says. I'm not a fan of Falling in Reverse whatsoever.
Did you not even get into them in like the 2013?
Back in the day, I liked them. When that came out, I used to love that. And the guitar sweeps and stuff. It was sick. But I sort of like grew out of it. I feel like as for a nostalgia bump back in the day, I'm sure I would have got down with it. But like now, they're sort of an extension of Octane Core for me, where they're like making music designed specifically to be popular rather than to be artistic, have artistic integrity.
I think they balance the scales quite well, personally. Like, I think that, you know, he's experimented with hip hop for like 10 years now, and he's like.
I mean, I don't hate that. I think just
it's not like he's jumping on trends. He's doing what he wants to do. I think that's what I like about Ronnie is like he may come across as a bit of an arsehole, or maybe he is, but like he is himself. Like he's genuine and authentic, and I think the scene needs more of that. Like a lot of people will sort of like virtue signal, and they'll like you know, just hate on what everyone else is hating. But like, but Ronnie is just like, he's just himself.
I think actually it's almost the other way around. I think he's almost like found success in pandering to that sort of audience. And
he's definitely like purposely
he's leaning
contentious.
I think one of the fucking lamest things he does and Falling Reverse does is like having these lyrics about like being hated and stuff. It's like
it works though, man. Like, they're the second biggest modern metal band.
Nerds like
you can't hate on it. It's like Black Veil Brides.
I do hate on it. I hate on them back in the day as well.
Well, you can hate on it, but like you can't deny the effectiveness of it.
Well, yeah,
it's like we're talking about it now. It breeds conversation. It's like,
but I don't necessarily think, for me personally, success equals artistic integrity. If anything, it usually like equals the opposite. Very rarely do you have bands who maintain full artistic integrity.
You know what I love about Falling in Reverse as well, though, and about Ronnie is like the entertainment extends beyond the music. Like him on social media is fucking hilarious. Like when someone like calls him out for being like a rapist or something, which he isn't. He's never like been done for rape or anything. Like
I don't know enough about that to comment.
He gets genuinely offended, and he'll call them out, and he'll find like the most embarrassing picture or like make a video about them.
Yeah, but I think that comes across as childish, man.
It's so childish.
He's a little fucking.
It's entertainment.
He's a 15-year-old with Twitter. That's all it is, and he's just like mouthing off at stuff. I think.
But it's entertainment, man.
I think we'll have to agree to disagree on that one. Yeah. But like, I'm not. I mean, I've listened to bits of Falling Reverse, like not because I wanted to, because it's been pushed upon me, and I can admit good production. I can see why it's popular, but I just think it lacks integrity. I think the lyrics are very much like, like, oh look, everyone hates me because I dare to speak my mind. He just say like the generic stuff everyone else is sort of saying. But I agree with you.
I agree lyrically, but I do think musically, like, you know, they're working with like Tyler Smith. Like, he's done a lot of their songs that did like I Prevail.
I like
and
Tyler
stuff.
Smith.
Like, he's fucking amazing.
He's a great producer.
And like the songwriting,
that's why it sounds so good.
Strikes a really good balance. Like. And the videos are fucking unbelievable as well.
There's a lot of money
like
goes
the pioneer.
into them. A lot of money goes into them.
I'd say Falling in Reverse are like the pioneer of like modern music videos at the moment. They're like cinematic, like masterpieces. Like,
to an extent, I think sometimes they do a little bit too much to sort of like.
But that's what they're going into. Like they're kind of like embodying like America, like bigger is better. Just like going down the like.
Probably
super,
I don't like them. It's like Marvel. It's like bubblegum pop. There's like not a lot of substance to it. It's more like flashy money. Guns, like throwing shit at the wall. But yeah,
I totally see where you're coming from.
I completely agree. It's going to be hugely successful. They're going to continue being one of the biggest bands. Deserve it or not is like a Harvard conversation, but like without a doubt.
I mean, he's just woven such a tapestry though with like Escape the Fate he was in. Then he went to prison, and then he wrote like that Drug and Me As You album in prison, which I think is like such a cool story. Like I
feel like it is sort of.
He was saying how he's in prison, like trying to be quiet and like sing like gay emo lyrics away from the other inmates. It's just like if you, such a cool like story.
If you like, if you sort of reform yourself while singing about being a piece of shit, I can get down with it more.
He has like, really. Like, he hasn't been back to jail.
Yeah, but he's done some other horrific stuff online. Like the whole transphobic stuff is like unforgivable. He's like a real piece of shit in that regard. But for people like one of the examples I think of is there are bands like The Plotting You, like The Happiness of Self-Destruction, like talks about being like, I believe it was heroin, as a heroin addict, and like being like awful to his like friends, awful to his family. But then like you write that album after you've like cleaned up and then you don't do it again. I think that's like a bit more like commendable. But anyway, yeah, I think we should agree to disagree on Falling in Reverse. I'm no doubt it'll do really well, and I'm sure you'll force me to listen to parts of it at some point.
Like don't get me wrong, like I don't agree with everything he says, but I just take it for what it is. Like music, you don't have to take it personally. Like everything he's saying, like he's contentious on purpose to breed this sort of like, he's a bit like Kanye, kind of like,
but it's the same I have the exact same criticisms of him as I do of Falling in Reverse.
But it's like I just see it for what it is, and it is entertainment. It's like you take it with a pinch of salt, and you know a lot of things he says get taken out of context as well, and then people pile on. It's
well, they're separating art from the artist. I think some people have a greater degree in which they're happy to do that, and some people have lesser a degree. I think for me personally, it does affect how I view, because for me, I really like connecting with the emotional value of music, and if the person behind the music doesn't like, you know, if I don't feel like they're being genuine or I'm not connecting with them on an emotion level, I'm not as into it. But that's just my personal view. And a lot of people don't really care about that sort of stuff. Some people don't even, this blows my mind, some people don't even care what lyrics are. Like I know a lot of people listen to a song and they're like, the lyrics mean nothing to me.
That's
blows my mind.
Like,
for me, I'll like music that I don't like as much because the lyrics speak to me. Like I'm like a band or an artist
that's
really get, like for me, hip hop, I only really like hip hop or rap when the lyrics are like really something I relate to or something I'm really interested in, and it wins me over. Otherwise I find it really hard to be involved with.
Interesting, because it's always about how it sounds for me. It's like the sonic, how sonically pleasing it is on my ears, or how like if something's like so distorted and so like almost ugly that I'm like, oh, I haven't heard that before, and it pricks my ears up, and then only then will I start to be like, oh, that hook was so good, what was he saying? So it's weird, it's interesting to how people like
perceive music differently and take it in different ways. It is super interesting. But no, it's everyone enjoys music in a different way. Everyone consumes it a different way. So anyway, well, I thought we got way too serious end of that. That's not chatting shit territory. Let's get back to chatting shit.
We're still vibing.
Get back to chatting shit territory. Speaking of chatting shit, so we used to have this. Well, I guess we still do have this game. It's like a fucking stupid thing to be doing, but we do like a 5-second game where we basically like
a 5-second rule game.
So that's it. So the other person has to like name something within 5 seconds. Usually you have to do
three
like 3.
things, yeah.
So you do something like name 3 songs from this band, name 3 whatever. And what makes it so funny and so difficult is that you can do the most obvious things, but when you put under that time pressure, you absolutely just fall apart.
It's fucking hard, man. It will be even harder with like cameras on as well.
So we thought it'd be funny, like, because we do this game a lot just for the fun of it. We once spent a whole night, we missed like an entire, like, we were going to a show, there was like 4 bands we wanted to see, and we caught like the last band because we were sat in the pub just getting drunk and playing the 5-second game the entire time.
Best night of my life.
Yeah, and I have no regrets about it.
Literally no
but
regrets.
But we thought we'd like hop on the podcast and like just do a few rounds of it just to see if we can make some magic.
All right, I'll go first. So Matt, man, name 3 In Heart's Wake songs.
The Chariot, Departure, Earthwalker, Gaia.
Oh,
I chose the
Earthwalker one.
Yes,
you got Earthwalker in Time.
Earthwalker's with Joel Birch. Yeah.
That was so close.
I named like an interlude at the I think the intro track. And my brain just like
it's so
fucking
weird where the brain
froze. All right, man.
I'm good at this game.
Oh, hyping himself up.
Yeah.
I'm about to give you a hard one and an easy one to start with.
Just ease me in, man.
Ease you in. Okay. Name 3 Deftones albums.
Gore, Kohoi no Yakan, White Pony.
Oh.
I didn't even name the one that's on my chest.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realise
it's too long. It's like 4 syllables. I didn't realise
you were wearing a Deftones shirt.
I thought that's what you said.
Name all the branding you're wearing.
All right, let's think of a good one. Name 3 Lord of the Rings characters.
Oh, that's actually easy. Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli.
Okay.
All day, every day.
I just didn't think you'd be expecting it.
No, I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. But I played too many Lord of the Rings PS2 games in my childhood to like forget those 3
We need a new Lord of the Rings
characters.
game like that. I was trying to find War in the North the other day. I can't find it.
Nah.
If anyone's got my War in the North, hit me up.
Yeah, someone's stolen Forest War in the North CD from like 10 years ago. So
I'm placing a bounty on their head.
Up if that was you. Okay. Name 3 Lord of the Rings video games.
Lord of the Rings War in the North. Gollum's Legacy. Lord of the Rings 2 Towers.
I'll give that to you. Like you didn't need to say Lord of the Rings. So if you'd like got it, I'd give it. I'll let you have that, man. I'm feeling generous.
That was a tough one.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I think it was very relevant.
All right, let's think of one. All right, name 3 Netherlands football players.
Oh fuck, I don't know. Zero. I got nothing. Literally nothing.
That was too hard. The reason I'll give you
the reason why we mentioned that is because tonight's the Holland game, and I like football literally just when the World Cup and Euro comes around to support FIFA as well. Whatever country. Oh yeah, I play a bit of FIFA, but the only way I ever learn about players is every 2 or 4 years when like we get to like the England comes up, and I'm like, so we don't have those players anymore because they've all retired. I'm like, okay, cool. We've got this new guy like Jude Bellingham. I'd never heard of him before. Like 4 weeks ago, and apparently he's like one of the best football players ever.
Hey guys, welcome to the football lounge.
Anyway, can we stop fucking talking about football?
All right, Matt, I'll give you a better one.
Go back to music.
Okay, so name 3 Parkway Drive albums.
Dark Days. Fuck. The blue one. What the hell is it called?
Deep Blue.
Deep Blue.
You were so close.
So close. I had the colour right. Yeah, that counts for anything.
You got half the name, but I think it was like just after.
I'll take 2.5 for that if you don't mind.
Okay.
I had quite a hard one I was thinking of. I don't know if that's too mean for you to go. Okay, no, let's do it. Right. This is kind of difficult, and it's
Bring it on.
It's subjective, but at the same time, because of our history, I think it's got a slight tinge of objectivity to it. Earlier in the podcast, you mentioned, what did you say, banger choruses? Or what the wording was. Name 3 songs that have banger choruses.
Moving On, All My Life, Empty Handed, Bill Murray.
All My Life?
The Falling in Reverse Country Call.
Don't know it. No, you lose because you had a full in reverse song. It doesn't count.
That's subjective.
I don't believe it. I was looking for more like Master Flames.
Only have 5 seconds,
stuff. Easily Erased, Boundaries.
The
one we used to always sing in what's it called? The Dream one. Oh, you know the one I mean.
Like Master Flames?
Yeah, on their second album. No, the one that's like the we used to play it all the time. The one that's like is singing the whole way through. Don't wake me up. That one.
I wasn't going to say the 3 world-class choruses that are currently in your head.
Yeah, why not, man?
I'm not fucking mind
Volumes feels good, or On Her Mind.
Mate, I only have 5 seconds.
Well, you should have thought quicker, shouldn't you? All right, go on. Next one.
You'll go.
I said it was hard, to be fair.
All right, name 3 Volume songs that aren't On Her Mind.
Wave Control,
No, you fucked him, man.
I fucked him, man. I know loads of them.
You really fucked
I literally
up,
know. I love their last few albums. What the hell are they even called?
What,
Bend, Malevolent,
Wormholes, Edge of the Earth.
Yeah, there's fucking loads. It's hard, man. See, it gets you sometimes.
Yeah.
Name. Oh, okay. Test you a little bit here.
Okay.
Name 3 Linkin Park songs from Minutes to Midnight.
Given Up, Bleeding Out. I don't know.
There's so many.
They're the only 2 I like.
What I've done. Leave out all the rest.
Fuck. I really fucked up there.
There's also Bleed It Out, not Bleeding Out. But I'll let you have
frame
someone for a murder.
Frame
in 5 seconds or less. Frame someone for a murder.
Oh, it's frame now. So frame 3 Linkin Park songs from The Hunting Party.
Oh, I hate that album. I hate it. Rebellion.
That's what I said.
Fucking The Guilty Party.
No, you fucked it, man.
Oh, I actually don't know. It's the only Linkin Park album I'm really bad with.
I'm glad we're on a level 10.
Can you name any of them?
No.
No, me neither. There's the... Oh.
You could have had The Hunting Party?
Final Masquerade? Is that Hunting Party? I think so.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Let's have a little think. I want something... my favourite ones to get you out on are the ones that are easy, that make you fall apart.
They're the best ones. When there's like too many options.
Satisfying to get. Yeah, that's exactly right. Name 3 bands that you've seen live this year.
Bring Me the Horizon, Cassiette, Bad Omens. Same gig.
I'm about to say, if you literally just listed a gig you went to. I was thinking more like 3 different gigs, but yeah, I'll give you that.
Only have 5 seconds. Bro.
Yeah.
What else could I have said? I can't even remember what.
We went to a gig together quite recently, man. Like Monster Flames, Landmarks, Devil Wears Prada.
Oh no, that was sick. Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna give you a back-to-back one. Name 3 songs off The Act by Devil Wears Prada.
The Act. The Fred. Please Say No.
I knew you were gonna fall apart at that. Because like Colour Decay would be obvious, but The Act is like threw you for a loop.
Oh, that's fucking. I thought I was better at this game.
Let's do one more each to round it off. Hard one.
All right, let's think.
Let's think of
a good one. Hard,
tough but fair. Firm but soft.
Okay. So
loving but hateful.
Something you know a lot about, but there's a lot of options. Okay. Oh, here's a good one.
Okay.
Name 3 Dance Gavin Dance songs.
There's too many. Betrayed by the Game. Shark vs. Dad. Variation. Why is that so hard?
Because most of them are really long.
Why did I say Shark vs. Dad?
Have you ever listened to that song?
Yeah, I have. But like, what a weird one to pick. I was like skimming back to like those couple of albums because they're the ones I knew the names of. There's Chucky vs. Giant Tortoise.
There's so many.
Like,
your brain gets flabbergasted.
Petting Zoo Justice.
Petting Zoo Justice. You should have said that. Yeah,
my
turn off the lights. I'm watching Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah. My brain just fell apart. Strawberry Swisher Part 1 through 3.
Yeah, you could have said that.
Right. Okay. Give you one final one to give you a test.
One final one to rule them all.
One final 5 second question to rule them all. Okay. Let's go with. Who would you say your favourite band is at the moment?
Right now, Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Yeah. How many albums has he got?
I don't know their albums very well. I only know their latest album. But like, I suppose, who else do I really like at the moment? Bad Omens.
Okay, we'll do something with Bad Omens. So, name 3 Slipknot songs.
Eyeless. Wait and Bleed. Plagued. Plagued. My Plague.
My Plague. No, I got
Plagued, dude.
My fake out didn't really work that well. I let it go on for too long. I was trying to buy myself time to come up with a question while also faking you out.
You actually had me there. I was like, I was already getting my Bad Omens songs lined up.
That's what I was hoping was going to happen. I should have. But when I asked you the first time and you said about the Bill Murray, I didn't have the question ready, so I had to like sort of like wait for you to say a different answer. But yeah, that was fun. I thought we probably came out level-headed on that one.
Yeah, we're about even. We'll add it up afterwards.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Well, you're not.
We've got enough editing to do.
You lazy fucker.
I ain't doing that. But yeah, I mean, that was good fun. We're feeling good about that one.
I'm feeling good.
I enjoyed that.
That was a good vibe.
That was a great time. I had a fun time hanging out with you as per usual. So thanks a lot for watching. Let us know down below your thoughts on what we talked about. We talked about a lot today. If you've got any opinions.
What's the main takeaway we wanted to ask people?
I think there's quite a few.
Your favourite album that's upcoming this year?
Favourite albums this year, albums you're looking forward to. the rise of the alternative.
Yeah.
If you've got any opinions on that. If there's any alternative bands we should be checking out that
it
we
is
don't
a yay
know,
or a hell
I'd
no.
like to know about that. And also let us know if the 5-second rule game's fun, because we can do more of it.
Let us know which games to do, because we did too many last week.
Yeah.
And maybe not enough this week, or maybe
who knows?
Yeah, who knows? We'll
Only
find
time
out.
will tell. But as always, thanks so much for coming in and hanging out with us in the Metal Lounge. We look forward to seeing the next one.
Yeah, if you like the video, like and subscribe. Have a good one.